Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Nemesis Retaliation Untold Stories 4. We're going to dive into the second mission in this particular campaign story. At the time of this recording, they just announced Nemesis Legacy, and I can't wait to get my hands on that game. But until then, we are going to be playing Untold Stories Volume 4. This is the comic campaign. If you missed the first video, please go check it out. We're going to be doing our second mission. And if you're excited to see if our characters can make it through Mission 2, then I need you to meet me at the table. Before we jump into the mission, I do want to talk about what our characters are, who we have going with us, and a little bit about this. If you have not played Untold Stories Volume 4, do be aware that there is an FAQ on Awakened Realms website, and I do recommend you go check that out. From what I understand, when you play through this, you are going to, after each mission, unless told otherwise, restart with the characters and restart with your map with a few things going on. With the restart of the characters, that does mean I believe we're going to be picking new equipment, and the equipment I got, we drew out 4 and I picked out some. So this is one we've got. We got this utility vest, which I put 2 grenades in for our combat engineer. We are going to be playing with the same characters, but we might have a little bit different starting gear. He does come with his automatic shotgun, but this is different. Last time we had I think like a plasma rifle or something. This one, now we have a utility vest that is going to have grenades attached to it because he has a lot of cards in here that has to do with grenades, and I'm excited to throw them around like they are candy. Meanwhile, over here we are going to be using our recon specialist again, and lucky for me, I actually redrew the grenade launcher. So I get to use the grenade launcher again, which is super, super cool. I'm a big fan of the grenade launcher. Also, we get to repick our starting tactical belt items, so I do have new items for ourselves over here. The board also gets reset to its normal starting point in the game. But like I said, there are going to be a few caveats. One, the robot is not available from what I understand at the beginning of this game. Also, the queen is not available either. So we do still put the eggs there, but these cards are not really used at this point, but I put them there in case we need to use them. Also, we do have this comms room available to us right off of the hibernatorium, which is going to be there. And our characters are going to start here from what I understand. Of course, if any of this is wrong, please let me know in the comment section below, but this is how we're going to play it. We do have 2 different characters with us, and there is a reason, and I'll explain that shortly. But we do have the scientist from our last playthrough, and then we have a new character as well. The new character is because of this. The lander is abandoned and the pilot joins the group marked P on the comic sheet. That is what we did at the end and going into mission 2. And so I did make sure to set everything up, and that is going to be part of the setup, and I'll show you that shortly when we get to reading through the comic here. Setting up the intruder bag is the same as when you normally play through a game, and we do have our markers if we ever need to lay anything out on the table. Some of these are going to be told us to place things there, and if certain conditions are met, we'll be resolving those based on the token that is going to be resolved. We have all our rooms and our cards for the game, along with the campaign cards here that will show as we play through the game. And with that, we'll begin Mission 2. The day really could have been better. Our rescue mission on the Anubis kind of went to hell. Thanatos has been destroyed and the enemy landed on the station in force, and we need to assume they are more or less in a killing mood. Not to mention those darn creatures, the effect of our glorious military science experiment gone rogue. Our situation, as commanders say, could be worse. We still have some ammo, some equipment, and a little oxygen, which is kind of important if we actually want to move from here to any other parts of the station. It says here, if you've marked P on the comic sheet, go to E202. If you have S marked on the comic sheet, go to E203. This is where that choice actually matters from the first one. It says here, not to mention a shuttle, which can take us nowhere, provided, of course, we get a pilot to it. Go to E204. So yes, it could be totally worse, but I have a hard time imagining how, man. I really hate this place. Enemy landed in the main bay with the force of around 30 combatants. The Marines on the shuttles indicate they are rebels. They've already secured the command center of the station. At this point, we have no indication what they're up to. Are they after the research? So they're backup for the scientist Wilford. Possibly. So maybe let's take it. That is very brave of you. We have no way to fight such force. They take it, they leave. We signal ours to get them. We cannot let them leave. Why? If they do, the most likely course of action is eliminating witnesses, destruction of the base, and any escape shuttles coming out of it. We let them do it, we die. And then down here they show a little map showing the landing bay and all that, and it looks very reminiscent of something from Aliens. I agree, but direct confrontation is the problem for later. What we need to do is secure our immediate survival, Ewing. We are in the section of the station that has life support. Our supplies of oxygen will last us no more than an hour. So at this moment, our mobility in other sections is severely limited. I see. The enemy is aware of our presence in the station and have already started looking room by room. And the creatures? They slow our deaths down for sure, but I'm afraid the rebels have enough firepower to proceed. They'll get to us pretty soon. I see. So our first task will be increasing our mobility, and to do that we need to activate the life support systems on the entire station and make sure it stays on. Doctor, can we do it? Can we activate the entire life support and lock it so they can't turn it off again? Yes, I think it's possible. Each sector has separate controls for life support somewhere in engineering. You can easily operate it from respective rooms, and if you take me there, I can lock them so only we can operate it. All we need. You heard the lady, people. Let's move like we got a purpose. Affirmative. No, I mean, yes, sir. So we're going to place the safe room at the bottom left of the map in section A with 2 random adjacent corridors. Place all characters and Dr. Ashton there. Okay, so not in the landing bay where I actually put them. If you have S marked on the comic sheet, gain card CO3A. And if you marked P on the comic sheet, gain card CO3B. And place the pilot in your room. Place Rebel standees in the landing zone and command center. Place Rebel recon standee next to the map. Gain card CO4A. Randomly place tokens A and B on the 3rd and 6th round slots. Gain card 05A and place it in the mission task slot on the bottom round track tile. Okay, let's go take care of all this. So the safe room is going to be down here, and that is where we're going to start with all of our characters. I had them in the wrong spot. We're going to start right down here. I did realize we're probably going to need this character because, of course, we decided to have him join our group. That is why, like I said earlier, we have him. We have to put 2 corridors adjacent to him. So we have our 2 corridors right here. We're going to place them out. We have these 2 corridors here, 3 and 2. And if I remember right, the doors are always going to be coming from the place that you are moving out of, if that makes sense, not going to. All right. Also, the other thing I forgot to do is place all of these tokens into the landing base. So we do have a plethora of chips we can gain there. There's 4 of each one of the different chips that we can gain for our tactical belt at the landing zone. We have our Rebel standees here in the landing zone, and I'm going to place out 4 corridors adjacent to these. That is part of the setup. I should say 3 corridors adjacent to these. We'll see which ones they have here. 1, 2, hopefully all of these turn into bad guys, and they eat those people. I hope so. Now, due to this having a few FAQs and not exactly some of the printing being correct, I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about when it comes to a Rebel Recon standee. We're actually going to use him as the Rebel Recon standee, and it says to place it next to the board. And since we do have the pilot with us, I actually just grabbed the pilot from Nemesis 1, and we have this pilot with us. That's going to be our pilot that's with us in the, the safe room. And since it didn't tell us to place them all in one spot, it told us to place them in landing zones and also in the command center, with the errata saying that the command center is actually the comms room. From what I understand, especially from mission 1, the comms room is called the command center in the comic. And we'll now turn to CO3B, which says, very similar to our first mission, to move with Dr. Ashton or the pilot, I have to discard an extra card. Maybe I shouldn't have brought the pilot. Discarding extra cards is tough. When in a room with Dr. Ashton, I can use the room for 1 card less, and Dr. Ashton, the pilot, ignore intruder attacks and fire damage, which is good because they don't have any health. With that, we're also going to gain card CO4A, which is right here. You cannot attack the rebels directly, and they are ignored by intruders and fire. Oh, great. If you are in a room with a rebel, you are considered as being in combat. if at the end of your actions you are in a room with a rebel or want to move through the corridor with rebels, lose 1 health. At the start of the intruder phase, each intruder in a room with a rebel is dealt 1 damage. Guarding rebels, they don't move. All right, so if they're under the guard, if they decide to guard, they're not going to move. Recon rebels. When you draw a queen token from the bag, ignore standard queen rules and apply them for recon rebels instead. They don't attack, just move. When they move to a room with a character, the characters lose 1 health. Okay, so I just have to avoid these guys. And lastly, we're going to gain card CO5A, and we'll have to place these tokens out on the time track. It says here, turn on the oxygen flow in the entire facility. I have to discover all the A, B, and C life support control rooms if they are not already discovered. Now, again, I'm a little confused by the already discovered because from what I understand, you always reset the map. So I don't believe any would be discovered when you have this card. If you can only use their room action if Dr. Ashton is in the room with you, then flip the life support control token to its active side. When the last token is flipped, I'm going to go to E210. The 2 tokens I'm going to put on the round track are going to activate when they hit, and it says when they hit, if the A1 is hit, it's going to go to 205, and if the B1 is hit, I am going to go to 208. And it says to randomly place them on 3 and 6, so I'm just going to take one of the tokens. We'll put that one on 3 and this one on 6. And I believe we are all set to go. Also, we have to decide who is going to be the first player. Normally we would draw cards, but I'm just going to roll this die. If it comes up a 1, it's going to be the recon. If it's any other number, it's going to be our combat engineer. It's any other number, so our combat engineer is going to go first. We are going to draw our 5 starting cards and see what we have here. Hopefully we get some good stuff right off the bat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are our 5 starting cards. We have scouting. Now, if you haven't seen the first one, I'm not going to read through all these. I did read through every one of them while I've done a playthrough of the game, and I also read them during the original Untold Stories 4. So we do have scouting, we've got secure, which can place some tokens, which is really good. We can take aim, which helps us shoot. We have a rest card, which is going to help us at all, and we can sprint, which will make us move faster, which is pretty neat. Now, of course, we do have 7 oxygen for all of our characters, and our characters are all loaded and ready to go. Since he is going to go first, we're going to take his deck of cards and shuffle them up. I do want to remind somebody that these, as they are, if I take damage as I go, if it ever drops into that section there, I lose this item from how I understand that. So we're going to shuffle these up. Hopefully that doesn't happen to us. Hopefully we're able to find all of these sections, turn them on, and call it a day. We're going to get 5 cards. There's our 5 cards. We're going to look. We've got search, pyrotechnics, demolition, rest, and explosives. So he's got some really good cards to blow things up and to check out what's around him. He is going to start by moving, and he is going to discard rest and search in order to do that, which allows him to at least move with another character, and he's going to choose our scientist to come with him. He's going to move over to this way. I think it's best to kind of creep this way. Now, there aren't any queen tokens in the bag at the start of this, so moving up here might not be a bad idea because it could be keeping a little bit safe. We'll see. Maybe recon will go that way depending on what we find here. We're going to draw our first exploration card and see what we have found. We have found place A, B, or C, depending on the section or room you're in. This is going to be good. Well, bad news, it's broken. I can also place secure token if I move silently. I did not, but then at the end, I am going to entrance effect roll for noise. So let us grab our first A tile here. Here's our A tiles. We're going to give them a little quick shuffle here. We're going to draw a tile. We've got the surgery room. Oh, I was super excited. I thought it was the right one. It is not the right one. We need, oh, it's broken, which is fantastic. We're not going to be performing any surgery anytime soon. What else do we have to do? We have to place down our corridors. We have 2 corridors here. We're going to place one up here, and we're going to place one here, which is kind of nice because we do have the ability to keep moving that way. We do have to put a noise token into this corridor here. Then we have to roll for noise. So roll our noise die and see what we get. Let's see what we get. Hopefully nothing bad. We got something really bad. That's really bad. So we are going to resolve our queen is alive category of this. So we're going to resolve one of these. Let us draw our token and see what we have found inside our room. We did not secure it, so whatever's in here is going to jump on us. Oh, it's a larva. No, that's no good. Since I decided not to secure the corridor, he's going to gain a larva token and a contamination card into his discard pile. Wow, on a scale of 1 to horrible, that was a horrible way to start. All right, at this point, I'm actually going to play this card next. Discard 1 grenade to place a corridor leading from your room to another discovered room. The reason I'm doing that is because I want him to stay in the surgery room because I want to be able to repair it so that I can use the room to discard this larva. I know there is a card in the event deck that will kill anybody that has a larva token on them, but I don't want him to pass and I don't want him to leave the room. If I was smarter and I kept my search card, then I would have been able just to search this room and I wouldn't have to worry about trying to discard one of these cards because I have to perform an action. And these are the types of actions I can do. I know what I can do. I can discard this to place a new corridor. I'm going to discard this to place a token there. I'm going to place this here. Oh my gosh, totally forgot about that. I'm going to be able to place this there. That still helps him stay in that room, and that's his second action. He now is going to lose, of course, some auction because we can't found that yet. And we're going to move into our recon specialist turn. Now, sadly, I was hoping that I could just start moving looking for the room, but I need to get him over there and help try to get this room hopefully better, but looking at what I have, I don't have a way to fix the room. So I think he's probably going to pass next turn. Actually, he might just pass as is. I think I am not going to use this. I'm just going to have him pass and hope that I can maybe figure out a way to help him next turn and hopefully he doesn't die. That would be super bad. This character is going to play a rest card to move, but he's going to play this card, secure, discard 1 action card to reinforce an empty adjacent corridor that leads to a room. Nope, not that one. We're going to just move, I think, is going to be the deal here. I'm going to move. Here we go. Wow, this is tough because, of course, I have to I can only turn the auction on with her in the room. Hoofda. This is a hard thing to do. All right, no, I think we're just going to move over here with this group, just like that, which means I'll have to roll for noise when I move in. And so I lied. He is not going to pass. You're right. I think I'm going to keep that secure token because I might have to if this person comes in or something, that's going to be bad news unless I have a secure token. So that's our first card. Plus, I have to discard another one to have that guy come with me. I am going to actually move cautiously to a discovered room. Wow, lots of takebacks here because I can move cautiously to another room, move through an unexplored corridor, and resolve the exploration sequence. Then for each item icon in your room, draw 1 item of the corresponding type and may keep them and discard the rest. We're doing that. I'm actually moving up here. We're going to do that. I like that a lot better. Okay, we're going to draw an exploration card. Here we go. Exploration card. We have found, hopefully, something good. We have found A, B, and C. Fantastic. I do get to put no, I don't get to put this in here. And there's a noise token facing in that direction. So I do get to put come on, be the oxygen. No, it's filling station. That's no good. Oh my gosh. So the last A card in this deck is going to be the one I need. Oh my gosh. Of course it is. Okay. Now I get to also, I also have to place all these things out here. Now, sadly, I cannot place a corridor over here. That'd be very good, but I can't. I can place a corridor here and a corridor here. These 2 corridors are going to line up just like that, which is fine. I'm hoping that the next oxygen thing is over here, but that is moving into the B area. We still haven't found the A oxygen place yet. I have to put a noise token in that corridor here, and then I have to roll for noise. Nope, I resolve an entrance effect. I resolve this. That's going to be awesome. Now my question is, do I resolve this first or do I have to resolve this first? I'm just going to do this really quick. I may have done this wrong, and I apologize if I did. I will draw 3 cards from my item deck here. Here's our item deck. We're going to just give it a quick truffle shuffle here. So it's all set to go. There we go. We're going to draw 3. 1, 2, 3, because there are 3 of those in the room. Hoofda. Okay, and I get, wow, bad guys everywhere. All right, first one's going to be duct tape. Then we also get tools, and the last one we have is duct tape. Okay. So for duct tape, I could place a heavy item above another heavy item in your hand that effectively carries 2 heavy items in one hand, which isn't bad. But we also have the tools, which allows us to discard our things or open and close an accessible door. I think I'm actually going to keep the duct tape. I think the duct tape is going to be our thing. I'm going to put these at the bottom of the deck. I then have to resolve an on-entrance effect, which is probably going to go very, very bad for our team here. We'll take our bag, shuffle up a little bit, and see what we have. We have found ourselves, oh, bad guy. A bad guy. Bad guy's coming in. All right, we'll put one of the adults into this room with us, and it gets to make a free attack because it is not secure. So we're going to make an attack. Wow, what a horrible way to start. All right, we have found ourselves Deadly Claws. It is an adult, so I'm going to lose 1 health. If it was anybody else, worse things would have happened. We're going to drop down 1 in our healthy area here. Then I think we're going to shoot this guy. We're going to shoot him real good. with our assault rifle. So I'm going to be able to roll my die and see how we do. First, we're going to deal it 1 damage, meaning I need to roll a 1 on this die or else the dead symbol. I don't think there is a 1 on this die. So we'll see how we do here. We got a 4. That failed miserably. Now I could decide to spend an ammo to shoot again if I want to for a second time. I think I am not, because I'm not in dire straits yet, but I do have to lose 1 oxygen because I have performed my 2 actions. When I made the attack with the scout, I did have to use a card. I'm going to use my sprint card to just use it as an attack action. Now this is where I think I might have made a mistake here. I probably should have just done nothing here, and I should have just passed with him last turn, because now I'm going to use another oxygen just to pass, and I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going down to 5 oxygen for our combat engineer. Moving back up to Party Central, I am going to shoot this guy. I'm going to use my secure token, the secure card, to make a shot. He's going to take another point of damage, and then we're going to roll our die to see how we do. We got a 2. That is enough to kill him. Oh my gosh, that was awesome. All right, good job, Scout. Woo! All right, Scout on fire. Okay, fantastic. But I think the Scout is going to be done there. I think the Scout is also going to pass at this time, mainly because I only have 1 card and I don't want to leave the pilot behind. We'll drop our pilot's oxygen down to 5. At this time, I'm going to go through the card because I missed the bag development quite a bit in the last playthrough, and I apologize. So we're going to, no attacks are happening or anything like that. We are going to resolve an event card. So we're going to draw an event card. We're going to take our event cards and we're going to shuffle them up a little bit and see what happens. Now, like I said, I know there is 1 card in here that will kill anybody with a larva token on them. So we have to get that larva token off him as soon as possible. This one says egg protection. All intruders in these are going to move. Now, there are no intruders on the board, and the rebels only move based on drawing queen tokens, from what I understand. I'm going to place 2 drones in the nest. They immediately attack if any person is there. Place 1 drone in each unexplored corridor in section C. None of that is happening. I don't have any of this is going to resolve. This is actually a really good card to draw, but I do have to resolve noise rolls for all of our characters. So we're going to start here in this room, and we're going to roll a noise roll. I do not want to see a 1. We got a 3. I actually love 3s because I got a 2, 2, 2, 1. Nothing happens. All right, fantastic. Moving down here, we're also going to roll for these guys. I need to see a 1 this time, which is funny. I got a 2. So there's going to be some noise in this corridor over here. Something is lurking. We don't know what. All right, that is the end of our event phase, which is fantastic. Like I said, that was a great card to draw. We're going to move into our bag development at this time. So we're going to take our bag. We're going to draw a token out of here. This is where I screwed up last time. And we're going to draw a token out. We've got a adult. So we look at our bag development. We're going to add 2 queens to the bag. So this is where things get sticky. Like I said, they're not going to move the first time, but they are going to probably start moving now. I do replace the queen tokens and that token we drew back into the bag. Sorry, I said that wrong. I put the 2 queens in there. You do actually always discard the token that you pulled from a bag, no matter what it says, unless of course there's a rule that says otherwise. At this point, the first player token is going to move. I actually forgot to place it there on him, but the first player token would move. I'll move it over to our other character. I do have to draw 5 cards. I chose to discard all of my cards because I know there's a repairs card in here and I want that card. So I'm going to go through here and look for, well, I know I've got repair in here somewhere. Fast repairs. See, there it is right there. So I do have all 5 of my cards. And our recon is actually going to keep the taking aim card and draw 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 cards she has is search, shoot first, repairs, and chain of command. Funny, she got the chain of command card is going to help her, but the other one is hilarious that she got. All right, that guy's super dead, super happy. We're going to move our time track down to 2 next. At this point, we are going to move over to our person here. This person, of course, has to discard 3 cards in order to move. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Those are the cards I'm going to, this is the card I'm moving with. That's the card I'm going to move with. I'm going to discard another one to give myself the ability to secure the room because there's a lot of noise around it. And the other one is going to be so that the pilot can come with me. I don't really know if the pilot needs to be with me. I could just left the pilot down over here. But I have a feeling that as this goes on, this pilot might be important to this mission, so it's going to keep coming with me. Because I'm sure if it wasn't with me, I would have to find it as maybe one of my objectives. Don't know that for sure, but that's my guess. We're going to draw our next exploration card over to this location here. And we have found what's this place. A, B, or C. Fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, so this is kind of good. Okay, so we're gonna grab our B tile and see what we have found. Come on, let's be some, ooh, good life support. I love the life support. That's, oh, but I can't use it without her. Okay, so she has to come up. She needs to come up somehow. Oofta, how am I gonna get her up there? I need to get there. Okay, this might be a couple turn event here. At this point, I am going to place a new corridor out. Here's our corridor, which is going to go right here. It's going to have noise in it, which is terrible because there's noise all around this person. I do get to secure it because I did pay that extra to secure this corridor, or this room, I should say. All right, now at this point, I am going to, let's see what the bottom part says here. Entrance effect. Place 3 adults in the corridor you've just passed through, then make a noise roll. Really? Okay, so put those, oh boy, this could be really, really bad. Here's our 3 intruders just hanging out. Remember, you can never have more than 4 in a corridor, so that's pretty bad. I have to roll for noise still, which is going to be terrible if I roll a 3 or a 1, or even a 1. That 1s are bad. Do not roll a 1. Oh, I got a 3. Okay, so I have to discard this token, and we have to see what is here. Oh my gosh, this is so bad, so bad. All right, oh, I got a blank token. That's awesome. I have to add 2 random adult tokens to the bag, so we're just going to plop those right into our bag and give it a little shake. Okay, that's kind of good. That's my first action, but I did play this card. Move through an empty corridor. You may shoot or burst at any point of that movement, even before movement or right before an intruder attack. So I'm actually gonna, since I did this, I believe I get to make an attack. I could be wrong, but I think I get to make an attack into this corridor with this guy because of this shoot first card. And with that, I'm gonna shoot a grenade out of my grenade launcher. That grenade launcher is going to roll and do major damage. This is pretty much going to eliminate everything in that room because I get to add 2 to this roll. Oh, that's 6. Boom. That's what you call super dead. Probably blew the whole corridor up. All right, that's the end of all that. That was out of control. All right, now what do I need to do? I can't turn this on because she's the one that needs to do it. So if I leave this person behind and move over here, not the end of the world, because then I can, or should I just pass again? Nope. I think what I'm going to do is I am going to search. I'm going to use my search card, and we're going to look for some items here. I get to look for a medical, and I get to look for a military item. So we're going to shuffle up our medical stuff. Maybe this can help our dying guy. We got a stimulant. All right, whatever that's going to do. And then we'll take our military cards. We'll give them a little quick truffle shuffle here. Hopefully get something good. We found ourselves ammo. All right, we also can gain some ammo if we want it. I don't know if I need the ammo right now, so I might just take the stimulus. The stimulants say I can restore 2 health, or I can draw 2 cards. Oh, I like that. I'm going to keep that one. Jeez, got a lot of cool things going on for the recon specialist up here. That's my second action, and so I am going to go down to 4 oxygen. Moving over to our combat engineer, he is going to fast repairs. We're going to fast repair. We're going to discard this in our thing there. Be awesome. Next, I am going to use my chain of command. He's not going to like this, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to use my chain of command, and I'm going to choose a lower ranking person in my room or a neighboring one and make them move or shoot or burst. I'm going to make him move over here. So we're going to draw an exploration card. Sorry, recon specialist, you are moving. You're just going to move over there. I get to draw an A, B, or C. And it says here, close all doors around the room and make a noise roll. So we're going to move over there. See, we found another A, B, or C. So here's our B. We found the cooling system. Activate the auto-destruct procedure. I'm going to move this person over there. The pilot stays there because it's not, it's not the actual move of that character. I close all doors. There are no doors right now, but I do have to put 2 corridors out there. Let's see what we have found. We have found one without a door, and we have found another one without a door. So there are no doors that are going to come down around us. I do have to place a noise token in the corridor over there. And let's make sure that you can actually see what I'm doing. Corridor over here gets noise. There's a thing there. And I'm going to roll my noise roll and see what we have found. We have found a 4. And there is a 4 right here, so that is going to get a noise token right there. That's the end of his second action. We're going to go down to 4, discard both of those cards. We'll move over to our recon specialist turn, who has repairs. There's nothing to repair in this room except the cooling system, but I can't because I need to discard an extra card to do it. So that is going to be the end of his turn. The recon specialist, I'm sorry, is going to pass at this point, going down to 3 oxygen. Losing oxygen. I'm so glad I decided to grab 2 oxygen for all my guys. Now, before we do that, I'm not going to be done. I am going to play this card to secure this room. I'm going to explain what's about to happen. I'm going to secure that room. Before I spend the card to make this person move with chain of command, I'm going to play fast secure, then chain of command, move him over here. That's the end of that first action. Now I'm going to play repairs. And now I'm going to use the room using both of my cards. Now I believe the doctor allows me to use this for one card less. So I am going to keep, do I keep my computer skills card? I don't really think that matters. If you're in a room with computer, I can use the room. I think I'm okay with that. I'm just going to keep my tactical retreat card just in case. And at this point, I am going to use the surgery room. And that states that I am going to discard all action cards, so it didn't matter which one I kept. And I'm going to remove a larva from my board, which is fantastic. That thing's gone. Thing's terrible. Then I'm going to, from your character board, scan all contamination cards in my deck. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This thing better not say infected or I'm in big trouble here. All right, let's look at what we have for our card. I'm not sure if you're able to read this. I found that this is really hard to read on camera, but none of them say infected. The second word over here starts with CBBGM. I feel like I'm at an eye doctor appointment. All right, so that means that I'm not infected, which is fantastic. Then we're going to remove the infected ones from the game. I don't have any infected ones. Or I can discard a serious wounds. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to remove the larva, do this little part here, and that's the end of his turn. So he's going to pass, going down to 3 oxygen. At this point, we'll go to the intruder phase. There are no intruders burning or attacking. We are going to draw our event card. So let's see what our event card says. Hopefully it's the one that kills our character's larva, and that means I did a good thing. It says here, damaging fire. All intruders are going to move around. We're going to place a broken token, a disabled token in each room with a fire. There are no fire. Each room without a secure token is going to resolve this. No! He's going to resolve this too. Oh my gosh, this guy is in such... He now officially hates this guy, I think, because he told him to go over there and he was in a secure room, but instead now we got to draw a token out of here. This is bad news city. Let's see what we found. We have found another intruder. An intruder is going to enter our establishment here. Oh my gosh, this poor guy. All right, put that right there. Boom. Okay. That is it. That's really in a room without result. That's out of control. All right. That's the end of the event phase. Now we go to the bag development. I'm going to grab a token out of the bag development. We have found ourselves another intruder. So we're going to add 2 queen tokens to the bag. And just like that, we have 4 of those in there. That is our bag development. We're going to change the starting player. So this is going to go back over to our combat engineer. Next, we are going to draw action cards and advance our time deck. Our combat engineer has no cards in hand, so we're going to shuffle up his deck. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see what we have. Hopefully not that contamination card, because that'd be terrible. Nope, I don't see it. Okay, that's fantastic. We got ourselves a rest card, a pyrotechnics, a demolition, fast repairs, and search. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, real good cards. Now, before we continue on here, I do have to take an intruder attack because of the thing jumping into a room when I didn't have a secure token there. So we're going to draw an attack card from our prime blood. We have found deadly claws, lose 2 because it's an adult. So we're going to go down 1, 2, and then we are going to gain a contamination card. So we'll take an action card and stick it into our deck. Fantastic. We'll discard that one. And at this point now, we are going to grab 1 and we're going to shuffle up our cards and see what else we get. Hopefully we get destroy the bad guy. That is what we need to be doing here. All right, here we go. Draw some cards. We're going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what we get. Hopefully good stuff. Not the contamination card. Okay, so we got secure, which isn't really going to help us. We got rest. We got take aim. So shoot or burst. You may re-roll the first roll. You must accept the second one. That's fantastic. And then we have that scouting one, which if I move cautiously to a discovered room, which I think would be really good. Okay, good stuff for that person. Oops, I lied. I do not get 5 cards. I have to shuffle these up, and I'm just going to put one back on top because I was supposed to draw this card first, because that's one of the cards I had in my deck originally. So I got shoot first, rest, secure, and take aim. Okay, those are all really good. Our combat engineer is going to discard 2 cards to move up to here with our person. That way we still have to roll for noise though when we move up here. We got ourselves a 3. There is no 3s around us, so that is the end there. Then for 1 action, I can choose to do something in this room. I am going to choose to get rid of my fast repairs to turn on our life support system. Flip one of these sections. So we'll flip over this token, and this will signify that that is on and ready to go. I'm no longer going to lose oxygen. The other thing I could have done in that room is look at these two cards if I wish to, but at this point in the campaign, I don't really see these coming into effect, so we're not worrying about it yet. In case you haven't noticed, we do have a major problem here. If we wish to find the A one, it's going to be up there somewhere. And so far, I don't have a way to get there. So I'm hoping that if we keep going this way, we'll find C, and then maybe we'll be able to double back around, maybe through the hibernatorium, to find it over here. Those are the two actions completed with our combat engineer. He does not lose any oxygen because he is in a room with life support. Meanwhile, over here, still in life support, which is a good thing, bad guy on him. So he's going to attack. We're going to use a rest action a rest card to fire at this enemy. We're going to grab a token, place it there, roll our die. We got a 5, that's not enough to kill him. So we're going to shoot again with another action card. I'm going to put another token there. And we're going to play our demolition card to shoot again. Come on, headshot, headshot. Nope, we got a 4. Still not dead. That's the end of his 2 actions, but I don't have to lose any oxygen, which is fantastic. I'm kind of worried about moving over here in case they decide to move down, but I don't, like I said, I want to keep going this way, but I don't really want to go in a room with a bad guy. That's not fun. I could search. I could just search and then pass for the rest of my turn. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to search in this room, see what I find. I'm looking for a medical, and we're also going to gain a military item. Let's see what we have found. We found ourselves stimulants again, and we also found a military taser. Repel one from the room, or a character of your choice discards all action cards. Oh my goodness, that's amazing in a semi-co-op game. Oofta. All right, or I could draw 2 cards. I think this is going to be really good. I'm going to take the stimulants again with that character. I think that's going to be our best bet. That's good. I'm going to pass with him now. That person's done. I'm going to keep my pyrotechnics card. I might still discard it. We'll see. Meanwhile, over again in Partyville, like I have said, we are going to play our take aim card this time. I am going to put a token down here. We're going to roll our die and see how we go. We got a 4. That's not good. So shoot or burst. You may reroll the first roll, but I must accept the second roll. Let's see what we got. We got a 3. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, this person is super dead. Fantastic. Okay, now I have a second action I can perform. And I am going to play my shoot first card, and I'm going to use secure card to move quietly. Discard 1 action to reinforce 1 empty adjacent corridor that leads to a room with a character. Okay, actually I'm going to lie. I'm going to do this. I'm going to play that card, and we're going to secure this corridor here. That means this noise token is gone, and this corridor is secure. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That's fantastic. Now I do still have my shoot first card. I could move, but I'd be moving into the C section, meaning I would start losing oxygen, and I'm down to 2 with that character. But I think that's going to be okay. These poor characters. Oh no, I got a better plan. I'm going to use that card to activate my stimulants, being able to heal myself 1, 2. I think that's going to be fantastic. There you go. Okay, perfect. That's it. Again, I'm still in the B section, so I'm not going to lose any oxygen. And because this is a game of takebacks, I'm going to actually use that to secure my thing instead of actually healing my guy. That's going to be a better plan. That way I don't get killed by anything jumping onto me. Okay, we're going to draw our next event card because there are no of these prime bloods in here attempting to attack me or get on fire. So we're just going to draw our next event card. Life support failure. Really? Flip all tokens and place a destroyed token on the life support area. Place these in each unexplored corridor without 1. Oh my gosh, really, this is horrible. All right, so now our thing is again broken, which means I have to fix it, and I've got to turn it back on. And I don't think I can do that because I just got rid of my thing, just use the fix it card. Oh wow, this is just brutal. And I'll place noise in all corridors that are unexplored. Here we go, right there, and right here. These are unexplored corridors. Now, there are unexplored corridors leading from the hibernatorium. I do get this question quite a bit, but this is in effect until you remove it. Never place noise tokens on the corridor to the hibernatorium. When a room is connected to the hibernatorium, reveal the robot card and discard this token. Once this token is discarded, then those are now considered unexplored areas. But until that is removed, I'm not placing tokens in those unexplored corridors. This is going to go bye-bye. I don't like that card. That card was terrible. All right, and then now we're going to do our intruder bag development. Let's draw out our token and see what we have. We are going to draw out another adult. So with that adult, we're going to drop in 2 more queens, which means we're up to 6 queens in this bag. Wow, I think I've got like maybe 1 token into this, not a queen. That's out of control. Okay, let's see what we can do next. That's the end of all of that. We're going to change our first player token over to our recon specialist. We're going to draw 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I got a sprint, contamination, search, chain of command, and scouting. None of those are going to be able to repair anything. And he is going to gain 5 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see what we have found. We have found ourselves an explosive tactical retreat. I don't even think it's, I think the repair card's over here. Ah, no good. And of course, we're going to move this down here and we're going to read B. According to our card here, it says when we go to the B token, we are going to read 208A, or E208, which is right here. It says, look what I got. More bad news? Quite the contrary. They set up in positions in the hangar. How is that good news? Because the landing bay gate is remotely operated. That sounds useful. Can we do it from here? Unfortunately not. That's remotely. All right, we're going to gain card C70A, which is right here. It says we have a new thing. We can reach an adjacent room to the landing zone, discard 2 cards there, and go to 209. That'll be probably our plan. Okay, so we need to get over to here, because that is adjacent to the landing space. We have to get rid of 2 cards. I'm going to drop these 2 cards. The first one I'm going to do is chain of command to move over to here. I'm going to make my noise roll and see what we got. We got a 3. There are no 3s. Don't have to worry about it. Then I am going to use my scouting card. It says I can move cautiously to a discovered room. Actually, I think I might save that one. We might use something else instead. We're going to use our sprint card. I don't need that right now. And using the sprint card doesn't mean I'm going to move. Instead, I'm going to use my duct tape to discard this vile token, or it's supposed to be a broken token on there. I apologize. I didn't put that down. There's a broken token there, but not anymore. I'm going to use duct tape. Here it comes. There it goes. I'm going to discard this card, which sadly I was going to tape my guns together, but it's better to keep that thing open. Those are our 2 actions. Goes down to 1 oxygen because that's the deal. Next, we're going to move into our combat engineer's turn. First thing he's going to do is use 1 card to flip the token back over. So we now have our life support active again in the B section. That is our plan. So now that is ready to go. Then for my next action, I'm going to use chain of command. I am going to choose a person lower ranking in a neighboring room or in the room I'm in to move, shoot, or burst as normal. Move over to there. At this point, I'm going to have to make a noise roll. I got a 3. There's a 2, 2, and 1. So nothing. Fantastic. That's the end of his turn. Those are his 2 actions. He does not lose any oxygen because he's in a room with oxygen. Next, I am going to discard my 2 cards to activate the ability here, whatever this thing right here. Reach an adjacent room to the landing zone and discard 2 cards, and then go to 209A. Sometimes when you feel really strong, in position, venting hangar bay now, you tend to ignore the dangers of the environment, but you are still a human being in space, which is extremely hostile and deadly. I just vented them into space. Remove the rebels from the landing zone. Okay, so I vented these 2 guys into space. And mark box R1 on the comic sheet. Remove card 207A from the game. So we've marked P and R1 so far on our campaign sheet. I probably could have wrote something like pilot with us or vented bad guys into space. I also can put our player names and characters we want, but I haven't really wrote that. I'm just making sure we keep track of the choices we have made in the game. We are going to go down to 0 oxygen after completing that turn. Or I should say passing. That's going to be our pass now. We vented them and then we're passing. That was fantastic. We don't have to worry about those anymore. What we're going to do is we're actually going to move back here so we can find the last of the support rooms in here. Sadly, that means we're going to lose some oxygen, but that's okay. I'm going to spend a card to activate our stimulants, and we're going to draw 2 cards with this. This should help us so we can move all of our characters. That would be fantastic. And that's kind of what we need to do. Let's see what 2 cards we get. We get the one that is left. We get a secure card, and then we have to shuffle our deck, and we get to draw 1 more card. Now, from what I understand, I could be wrong about this. This pilot is killing me. I think I have to discard 1 card for each person I want to come with me. So I have 3 cards, so I'm going to have to get rid of all 3 of this to move these. Fast, secure, I can reinforce. Oh, I could reinforce this corridor. And I pretty much have a straight shot. Oh, that would be the safest room on the planet if I reinforce that corridor. That might not be a bad idea. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. Okay, explosives. And I've got computer skills. None of those are going to help me. I could either move with everybody here, or I could, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to I'm going to secure, and that's going to secure this corridor. I'm going to play that to secure this corridor. That's fantastic. This room is super secure. I love it. Then we're going to move these 2. And since it's secure, I'm going to leave the pilot there. Should be fine in the secure room here. Okay, we're gonna leave that person there, and we're just going to spend both of our cards to move over here. We're gonna roll for noise, see what happens. We got a 4, 2, 2, 2, 0. Nothing happens. And that's gonna be the end of his turn. He's gonna go down to 2 oxygen. There are no intruders on the board, so we're going to draw an event card. Leaving the shell. No move. Oh, no intruders move. Hoofta. Each person infected with a larva gains 1 contamination. Discard all action cards, reshuffle their deck, and resolve the occlusion process. Each other person draws 4, resolves the infection procedure, then discards all cards, shuffle the event deck. Barf. Okay, that's pure barf. Okay, we're going to have to do all that. So I'm going to shuffle this person. What is this? This is bad. So I'm going to draw 4 cards. 1, we're going to shuffle this deck up, see what we get. Hopefully not that contamination card, because that'd be horrible. We're going to shuffle this up. We're going to draw 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we got. We've got the contamination card, and then we're going to discard those. I think we have to go through the contamination procedure, or I should say infection procedure. So we're going to grab our little thing here, look through it, and see what it says here. Again, it's really hard to make out on this thing, but I see an N, a B, an N, a G, and an N. So none of those are well, maybe those are infected. Nope, no infected there. We got one real close though. It says INSFEWED. Aha! So I have good eyes. That is contamination. I'm going to put that back there. Meanwhile, over here, I'm just going to draw 4 and discard them. 1, 2, 3, 4, because our contamination card's actually over there, which is fantastic. And according to the infection procedure, you just draw 4 cards and resolve the infection procedure. You don't have to shuffle this up. Now, if he would have had that larva on him, I would have had to put a contamination card in there and done the occlusion procedure, which I believe means you draw 4 cards, and if an infected card is drawn, you're dead. So lucky for me, we got rid of that intruder thing. That was massive. We'll move to the bag development step. We'll draw a token out of here and see what we have found. We have found the queen. The queen has finally been found. But there are no queens. Instead, we're going to activate our rebels. Lucky for us, the rebels here are all super dead. Now, like I said, we're going to move these guys. I believe they are going to move towards the closest person, which I believe would put them in the hibernatorium. Lucky for us, we have not connected this yet. I don't think these guys are going to play a lick of what's going to go on in this place. It might, because of course, just because I turn on all the things might not mean that that is the end of the game. All right, let's see what happens. By passing over this token and drawing up 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 new cards: Demolition, Secure, Rest, Search, and Scouting. This person is going to get 1, 2, 3, and we'll shuffle this up and get 2 more cards. Now, remember, we are slowly running out of oxygen here, so I might have to use one of our things here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what 5 this person got. You've got Tactical Retreat, Rest, Demolition, Chain of Command, and Fast Repairs. Our recon specialist is going to go first, and we're going to do everything in our power to not die. I am going to use my scouting card to move. Move through an unexplored corridor, then resolve an exploration sequence. Then for each item icon in your room, draw 1 item of the corresponding type. You may keep 1 and then discard the rest. Okay, so that's what we're going to play, but I'm also going to discard both of these 2 cards as well so that we can move here silently with this person. Or I shouldn't say securely. We're going to move securely. So we're going to draw our exploration card and see what we have found. We have found place rooms. Yes, A, B, or C. There's only one left. It has to be this thing. Oh, this is awesome. And let's see, is it broken? It's on fire? Nope, nothing. It's nothing. That's awesome. Okay, we're going to put our guy right in there. That's fantastic. Then I get to place a cautious token there. I shouldn't say that. It's a secure token. Place that there. We're going to, in instant effect, close all doors around the room. No, and resolve that. No. Bad guys in the room. That's no good at all. Oh, yuck. Okay. But I do get to do scouting, so I do get to draw a medical or a military thing. I believe I get to do this. If not, I apologize for doing this wrong. Let's see what we found. We found an explore drone. Resolve the exploration sequence for a neighboring room without moving there. Do not resolve the entrance effect. Next, antiseptic. Remove a contamination card from your hand without scanning it. I think I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to keep the exploration drone because we need to find these places in the facility. It's not like we're trying to just run around here. Okay, now we have to resolve that on entrance effect. This is terrible. All right, let's see what we found. Oh, we found a queen. Okay, so the queen token is just going to move these guys one closer to us. So I believe they're going to move into this corridor right here, but that's really all they're going to do, which is that actually went really well. Whew, that was really good. Okay. That scouting card is done. That's the first action. Second action is we are going to use our search card to use this room because she can do it with one card less. That is going to flip this on, which means now I have oxygen in 2 different places. Oh my gosh, this is so good. 2 oxygen, 2. I don't know why I say that because something really bad is going to happen. That is the end. It didn't tell me to roll to noise when I moved in here. That is done. Okay, this guy. What is that guy going to do? Well, first, before he goes, I'm going to remember to put my corridors down. There is one corridor leading off in this direction, and there's nothing in there, though. So at this point, we could move through here, or we could move back through here to find our way to the C area. I think we're going to move him this way, being able to pick up the pilot and start moving. I think that's our best bet. He's going to use 3 cards to move. His first move is here. I don't have to roll for noise because I've secured this entire area. Second one is going to be to here, moving with that character. I do have to roll for noise moving into that room over there. We found ourselves a 4, which is going to activate this. So we're going to reach in our bag, draw some chips, and see what we have found. We have found something with a 4. Oh my gosh, 4 bad guys. There are 4 bad guys in that room. Or I should say corridor. There are 4 bad guys in this corridor. That's not the end of the world because I've got grenades. Grenades are so good in this game. Anybody who does not take grenades in this game, you've got a serious problem because grenades are so good. Those are both of this character's actions, moving and moving. We're done there. We're moving back up to here. I only have 1 card left, so I am not going to be able to use my secure. Oh, that would have been so good. Okay, let's back up and do something smarter. Before we turn the oxygen on, I am going to use my secure card instead of the turn this on. I'm going to secure this corridor when this guy's here. I keep forgetting the security cards are so good. I keep forgetting. So we used to have him here. We had 1 action left. I'm going to secure that room. Now it moves back to his turn, and now I'm going to use my card to turn on the life support systems. The only thing that is going to affect is that I would have gone down to, I would start suffocating because I would have had to be my second action to secure instead of turning the oxygen on. Now that I've turned the oxygen on, our suffocation token is going to change. The next time you lose oxygen, you die. Discard this token when you gain oxygen or end your turn in a section with this. So I'm going to discard this token. So I'm no longer suffocating, which is going to be good. That's the end of our recon's turn. I have no more cards I can play. Meanwhile, over in our grenade factory here, I am going to use fast repairs to, no, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to use tactical retreat. I'm going to use tactical retreat to throw a grenade into this corridor with all those dudes. We're going to roll our dice, see how many it kills. 1 + 2 is only 3. It killed 3 guys, which is not good. There's still 1 in there. And I want 0 in there is what I want. I want 0 dudes in that room. So we're going to fire automatic shotgun into that corridor, spending 1 of our tokens here, which isn't the end of the world. It does take up half of our ammo though. So we're going to roll our burst die again. It does 1 that is enough to destroy that intruder there. So we were able to take out everything in those rooms, but we were out of cards because I would have had to use my fast repairs card to make that second attack. I am still in the B section, so I will not lose any oxygen. Before we move into the intruder phase, I do think I forgot to move up our time track from our last turn. So we're going to now draw an event card and see what happens because we have no intruders on the board. Hopefully this does not cause us pain and agony. Damage. There's each person in the room without a secure token resolves this. Okay, look at this. Oh my gosh, I'm so good. I am so good at this game. We have a secure token here, secure token here. This card does nothing. Absolutely nothing. We still have to do the intruder bag development steps. We're going to draw a token out of the bag. I'm actually hoping I draw a queen. Oh, I drew a bad guy. that means that we are going to, oh, well, that's actually really good. We're going to put 2 queens into the bag. That's what we want to do. We want to put 2 queen tokens into the bag, because the more we can activate those guys that are just sitting up there doing nothing, the better. Lucky for us, none of the stuff really connected up here so far, which is really good. But who knows? I'm sure in the end I'm going to have to go up there for something. I'll probably have to go to the comms room at least at some point during this mission here. I'm sure of it. There would be any reason that they would just leave those guys up there. We're going to send the starting player over to our recon person. I'm going to move up our time track now so I don't forget. And we're going to draw 1, 2, and we're going to shuffle these up here to get some more here. 1, 2. Then we're going to draw. Hopefully get some good stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 3 more cards. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we found. Hopefully not our contamination card. We got no contamination card. Okay, we got take an aim, shoot first. We've got scouting, demolition, and rest. Fantastic. He's going to draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have found ourselves fast, secure, explosive, barf, computer skills, and pyrotechnics. Our scout is going to move twice. First move is to here. I'm going to use this card that moves cautiously to a discovered room, and I'm discarding demolition to bring with me the scientist. The scientist needs to be with us at some point in order to get the other one turned on. Then I have to roll for noise. Hopefully I get nothing bad. We got a 4, 2, 2, nothing. Then we're going to discard 2 cards to move over here. I don't have to roll for noise because this is completely secure. Wow, this is the most I've ever secured a facility in my entire life. Again, we're going to use all 3 cards to move, being able to secure a position as we're moving. I'm going to go, this is a noise token. We don't like noise tokens. If I go up, though, I might be connecting closer. That's okay. We're going to go up. We're going to go up here is my plan. So let's draw an exploration card. We might find our last one. We have found an A, B, or C. Oh, it's on fire. I don't think I have anything to help with fire. Oh, no, we're going to burn. Okay, we're going to put down an A, B, or C. There are 4 C ones. That's fantastic. Okay, let's see how this goes. C right here. Let's see what we get. Come on, we got, oh no, we found the nest. I don't want to be anywhere near this. We're going to move back into, oh boy, we're in the nest. Oh, it's on fire. Actually, it's kind of good unless I have to get an egg, then we have problems. There are a couple of places off of this. One is going this way and one is going this way. There we are. Okay, again, we're not moving up into that area. That's kind of good, I guess. Maybe. Hopefully I don't have to get to the comms room or we're in real big trouble. I do get to put well, I can't put a secure token there. You cannot put secure tokens in this facility. It can't be destroyed. I could take an egg if I want to. Not a good idea. Entrance. Close all doors around this room and make a noise roll. Okay, there's no noise around me, which is good. I do have to close the doors. Not a big deal. Then we're going to make a noise roll. We got, oh no. Really, really bad. Okay, we'll draw a token, see what we find. Actually, I hope I find a queen token. All right, come on, queen token. We found a queen token. All right, that means those guys are going to move. They're going to move actually back to the hibernatorium. I'm doing it off camera. Sorry about that. That's the end of this. That's the end of that card. And I'm going to pass, which means I'm going to take 1 damage because I'm on fire. This person has 1 card left, our scout, and the scout is going to use this to get 3 oxygen back, just in case things go poorly. I could use both of these. Actually, I can use a tactical belt and I can use as many as I want. So I'm actually going to use all this. Why not? I'm going to use all 3 of these to go up 1, 2 health. I'm going to gain another 3 oxygen. 1, 2, 3, back to 6 oxygen. I can use as many of those as I want as one action of my tactical belt. And after that, I'm going to pass. I have no more cards. We'll draw our next event card because there is nothing going on. I have no enemies anywhere. And we do not suffer burning during the event intruder phase, only during our activations. This one says Rise of the Machines. Our intruders are going to move. Place a disabled marker in the robot room. There are no robots. Place a token in each unexplored corridor without a token. Okay, barf. Okay, so we're going to place some of these all over the board. So we have 1 here. We have 1 here. We have 1 here. Okay, that's it. I think there's 1 already down here, and it's only if there isn't 1. That's the end of this card. We are going to do our intruder bag development at this time and see what happens. Hopefully I draw an intruder out of here because I can put more queens in here because that's actually been seen. Oh, I dropped the queen. The queen is going to activate. I don't really... Okay, so they're going to move down to right here, I think now, because that's the closest. But again, they're not going to be interacting with me. I hope I'm doing this right. But I think getting rid of these guys was key. I don't think that was amazing since they didn't move yet. If they had moved, that would have been, I would never have been able to get rid of them. And having those guys up there, I'm sure I'm going to have to do something with that comms room later. We are going to pass this token over to our recon specialist, who is going to draw 5 cards. We have the search, Then we're going to, and I'm going to keep my fast secure card because I might try to secure that location there. And at this point, we're going to shuffle up our deck. I'm not going to stay there. What am I talking about? I don't want to stay there on fire. That's going to be super bad. I do get 3 more cards here. 1, 2, 3. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to actually discard fast. No, we'll keep fast secure. What the heck? All right, let's see what else we got. Okay, good. Not our bad card. Okay, that's fantastic. We'll draw 5 for our recon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our recon gets chain of command, repairs, secure, contamination, yuck, and the search card. And now we move this down to 6, and something is going to happen. Let's DC read part A. In part A, actually, I'm not going to read A. I'm going to look at here. A states that we are going to go to excerpt 205E. Tango down. That's the last of them. Door. Aye. Well, we know they're not bulletproof at least. They're darn tough. We should get some more intel on how to fight them. I agree, Doctor. I was only responsible for their communication abilities. I do not know anything about how to fight them. But someone did know. I mean, research was done. Well, there were some in other research labs. I just wasn't part of it. I don't like where this is going. I see. Listen, have in mind that if we happen to wander into the lab, try to get the records of the research if it's possible. This might help us. Another job. I knew it. Yes, boss. This is to close all available doors. So every door in the facility. Okay. Then gain quest card C06A and place it near the map. Okay, this is our new card. C06A. Wow, lots of things. Discover and reach the surgery room in section A. Well, we have that, and actually are 1 space away from it. When a character ends their action in the surgery room, I can go to E206. Like I said, I'm really close to it. The only bad thing is, look at this. Door closed, door closed, door close, and door close. I can't get to the surgery room unless I have a way of opening a door. In all the rooms I've discovered so far, none of them are going to help me open a door, and I do not have any cards that are going to have me open the door. So it's something we might have to work on a little bit later. We'll move to our combat engineer. Before we do, the fire is going to destroy one of the eggs that is in the nest, and hopefully we don't have to get one of them later because they're probably not going to be around for long. Also, I believe I forgot to lower his oxygen by 1 when we passed his turn. And then we're going to move. We're going to move with 2 cards to help our pilot come with us. We're getting away from that nest. And I have to roll for noise when I come into this room. Let's see what we have found. Oh my gosh, this is just out of control. I found another one of these. They're just hanging out in the rooms today, boys and girls. All right, let's see what is in that room. In that room is the queen. The queen is just going to activate the bad guys. The bad guys are not going to move because they're stuck up there. Okay, that's the end of that. That was fantastic. I'm going to use my fast repairs card. Do I want to use my fast repairs card or my search card? I'm going to use my rest card. What am I thinking? I'm going to use my rest card. Oh, I did do that. I already used my rest card. I'm going to use my search card. Sorry, I'm going to use my whatever card of these I didn't use. I apologize. I think it was my fast repairs card. I'm going to discard that card to use my utility belt, and we're going to get rid of 6 of these oxygen, going back up to 7. That's fantastic. I'm not going to use the grenade or the ammo because I still have ammo in my gun. I'm in the B section and it has oxygen on, so I'm not going to do anything with my oxygen. I am going to move. I'm actually going to leave. Oh no, I got to bring her with me. Okay, she's going to come with. I'm going to use my repairs and chain of command. I'm going to use my search and my chain of command card to move. So we're going to move over to here. I do have to roll for noise. Let's see what we found. We got a 3, which is going to trigger something here. And I apologize. I think I was wrong. Every time I moved in here, I said I didn't have to roll for noise. That's fake news. I do have to roll for noise because if I did get that symbol, that would have still activated something in that room. Even though these are all secure, there is a chance that I still would have rolled that symbol. So anytime I didn't roll moving into that room, I apologize. I should have still rolled when I moved into that room for that particular symbol. Okay, this is going to go away. We're going to draw into our bag. Hopefully we draw another queen. That'd be awesome. Nope, we found a little dude here. All right. So if we look on our card here, we are going to place 1 larva in the corridor, and I'm going to have to shoot that larva to move through there. That makes me sad. Okay, that's where that goes. I'm going to discard my repairs card to shoot into that room using my assault rifle. My assault rifle is going to do at least 1 point of damage. It really can't, so I'm going to destroy this. I am going to flip my ammo to the half-used side on my assault rifle. And that's my second action. Our recon is complete. We'll move over to our combat engineer, who is going to use chain of command. He loves this. He just tells this guy what to do. All right, you're going this way, buddy. So that recon specialist is going to move in that direction. We're going to resolve our next exploration card and see what we have found. We have found a, what's this? Oh, this is terrible. Room of, oh, okay, so that's not even going to do it. Okay, I found a question mark room. Whoopie-doo! I don't want question mark rooms. I want oxygen rooms. All right, we'll shuffle these up here a little bit and we'll draw that one. Let's see what we have found. We have found the pressure control room. Move any creature in your facility. That doesn't help me at all. I am going to put down some corridors. I've got 3 of them, 3 corridors here. We've got corridor 1, 2, and 3 right here. I am going to place down a noise token in this one here. I'm going to move in there, and then entrance effect. I'm going to resolve that. That is horrible. We're going to draw something out of here. We will draw a token and see what happens. We've got the queen again, so they're just going to move. Nothing's going to happen. I may be doing this wrong because it just seems like they're not going to be able to know the facility, but it does say here, activate the queen. If not possible, place her in the room. I can activate them. They are up there, so they can be activated. So I hope I'm doing that right. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below. And if I did do it wrong, I apologize. That is, I'm going to remove that card from the game. That's fantastic. And I have another action I can perform with this person. I'm going to use my Fast Secure to reinforce an empty adjacent corridor. I'm going to reinforce that corridor right there. Perfect. Love it. The last thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my repairs card to activate my exploration drone. Resolve an exploration sequence from a neighboring room without moving there. Do not resolve the entrance effect. So we're going to do that. I'm going to discard that card. I'm going to choose down going this direction. So if it's not that room, I know I have to go up there, which is going to be okay. We'll draw our exploration card. We have found place A, B, or C, depending on this room. So we're going to draw a C tile. Let's see, we have a 1 in 3 chance. Now oh, we did find life support. Okay, fantastic. Kind of. It's down there. We do not do the entrance effect, which is make a noise roll. It is on fire. I will not be placing out a corridor here or here because this is the edge of the board right here. I can place a tile here, but I cannot move any farther in that direction. I am in the C area, so with that, I'm going to lose 1 of my oxygen, going down to 5. At this point, we are going to be done with our turn. We're going to draw our event card because there is nothing else going on. Hopefully this event does not cause me damaging fire. Uh-oh. Place broken marker in each room with a fire, and each room with a fire spread through the corridor with the lowest noise value. Oh my gosh, seriously? So fire is going to move to here, which is awesome. And this also is going to spread in this direction because that's the lowest noise value, but I already have a fire token there, so that is done. Each person in a room without a secure is going to resolve the effect. This one's secure, did not secure this. Should have secured that. Oh, man, okay, we're running out of tokens. There's only 4 in here. Let's see what we found this time. We found a bad guy. Bad guy's gonna jump out and attack. This poor scout. Hey, go over there. Oh, no problem. I'll go see what's over there. Oh, it's a bad guy and he attacks me because you sent me over there and I couldn't secure it. What a horrible, mean person this guy is. I have found bite. If you are heavily injured, you die. Otherwise, gain a serious wound and a contamination card. Okay. The game just got real. I'm going to grab a serious wound from our serious wound deck. Actually, let's give it a good old shuffle here. We'll shuffle this up real good and see what we found. We found a serious wound. It is a leg. I can't move cautiously anymore. That's fine. It'll go here. I have to move my track down 1 because this one is now filling up those 3. I do have to gain a contamination card. I will put that into my discard pile. That is what I take from that attack. And now I have to do the intruder bag development step. Let's see what we found. We have found, oh, we got the blank token. So that means that we are going to add 2 adults to the bag. Well, that's no good. I'd rather have them be queens. Well, okay, we'll put 2 more of these adult tokens into the bag and give it a shake. That is it. We'll move our time token up to 7 and we'll draw cards and pass this back to the recon specialist. I got myself a sprint card, which might not be bad. I might be sprinting. That might be a good idea. If I could take that guy out, she could sprint back maybe. Okay, and then I get 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards. I got a contamination card. That's fantastic. Okay. but that's okay. She's going to take that bad guy out. And our scout is hopefully going to have a way to put out fire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please be something that puts out fire. Demolition, contamination card. Oh, there it is. Pyrotechnic, get rid of fire. Computer skill and tactical retreat. The recon gets to go first. The recon is going to fire at that guy using a rest card. This could do some damage to him, but we'll see how this goes. I'm going to roll a die. Hopefully it's enough to kill him. Come on. Oh, nope, got a 5. Okay, so that didn't do anything. So if we shoot him again, which I'm going to have to, I'm going to take 1 burning damage here. I'm going to use my taking aim card, which I need a 2 then to kill this guy. Oh, I got the headshot. I didn't need 2. Guy's super dead. But I am going to take 1 damage for being in a burning room. We'll move over to our recon, or not, sorry, our recon. We'll move over to our combat engineer, who is going to run with 2 cards over to that room. We're going to do computer skills and demolition. Then he's going to roll for noise as he enters that room with this person. We're all going to burn here. Let's see how this goes. 4. There's 1 here. Oh, there's 2 corridors with 4 in it. Okay, that's no good. I have to move again, and I got to take her with me, and I can't because I only have 4 cards. I'm going to use this card to put out the fire. That's going to go away. That's going to be the end of that. Before I go any farther, I should have 3 oxygen on my recon because that person had to pass in that space there. And I'm going to go down to 6 with my combat engineer because he passed here. I shouldn't say passed, but he's finished his 2 actions. Then I'm going to use this. This is going to be a bad idea. I'm going to move to here scouting, which means I'm going to be able to put I can move there cautiously to a discovered room. I do have this injury though that states when you make a move cautiously, add actions cost 1 more card. I don't know if the card itself is going to be different, but I'm still going to play my second card just because I am going to take a damage because I entered a room with fire. That's going to be the end of this person's turn, going down to 2 oxygen. I'm going to go back to the combat engineer who really can't do anything, which is too bad. Actually, I lied. I'm not going to move cautiously. I am going to take this person with me, and I'm going to roll for noise. I'm going to get rid of the secure token and use both those cards to do it. We're going to roll. We got a 4. That's bad. Okay, let's shake this up and draw. The combat engineer might be throwing a grenade here in a second. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it's the queen. Okay, so that means we're going to move a couple of our guys. They're not going to move. That's fantastic. Our corridor is going to stay clean. Unbelievable. That is it. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but he's going to move down here too. Take 1 point of fire damage. Not the end of the round because he's going to end his turn. I go down to 5 oxygen there, and I believe I'm down to 1 oxygen with my recon specialist with no way to get more oxygen. So no matter what, the recon specialist is going to have to just move a couple times next turn to get back to oxygen. With our turn completed, I know I'm a little off the map there. I apologize. We are going to draw our next event card and hope that it does not cause me pain and agony. We have found ourselves what says landing zone explosion. There are nobody to move. I'm going to place a destroyed token and a fire token on the landing zone. No, I need those tokens. There's a lot of oxygen over there I really need. Then play in the landing zone. Then place a noise token in each unexplored corridor without a noise token. They're all got noise tokens, so that's it. Okay, so I just had to put a fire and a broken token into the landing zone, not the end of the world. We're going to go to our intruder bag development. We're going to shake this up and draw a token out of here. We have found ourselves an alien, or I should say an intruder, sorry. I'm going to add 2 queens to the bag, dropping them in just like that. Boom, and I think that's going to be it. We're going to pass our first player token over to our combat engineer who needs to somehow put the fire out again. I don't think that's going to happen. And I am going to move our turn token down to 8. The cards our combat engineer are going to draw is going to be explosives. That's no good. All right, I need to get rid of that fire. Demolition, chain of command, rest. Oh, barf, he still has fire in the room. All right, let's see about a recon specialist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe recon specialist can get fire, 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 fire. Nope, okay. That thing's going to be on fire. Nothing I can do about that. Our combat engineer is going to pay a card. I'm probably going to pay my demolition card or something. Yeah, I'm going to pay my rest card. There we go. We're going to use our rest card to activate the life support system. I also could flip the hibernatorium if I want to, but I'm just going to flip the oxygen, turning our oxygen in this area on. All 3 oxygen places are on. I think that suffices for this mission here. room action room with the flip life support control tokens to the active side. When the last token is flipped, go to E210. Now he still has one action left. I'm going to remember that by putting the cards there. Why are those things even separated? Couldn't they be in one nice center? Security. But you can override it from command provided if you have the master engineering key, which we don't have. Precisely. On and secured. Great. Doc turned on life support, and now only we get to play with it. Excellent. Get to grid 23.11. We will plan our next step. Roger. We're going to place token D on the shelter, and we're going to flip our card. Now, the shelter is technically our safe room. Again, I believe that is a miswrit there. Miss something. It's misprint. There it is. It is a misprint. Figured it out. C05B does state now when you enter the safe room with Dr. Ashton, go to event 211. So I got to run all the way back across the facility. And he still has one turn left, so he's going to play his demolition and his explosives card, discard. Oh, no, I got a plan. I'm going to play search. I'm going to play these two cards. We're going to move together this way. That's the end of his turn. Actions. The C oxygen is on, so he doesn't have to worry about that. We'll move over to our recon specialist. But before I do, I have to roll for noise in this room, and there's a lot of noise in that room. I wonder if I should move one more card to make sure that I'm going to use my chain of command card to also secure that room. I'm going to move securely just in case something bad happens. We got a 3. There is no 3. There's a 1, 1, 4, 4, and that's it. That's fantastic. Okay, now we're going to move with this person. And that person is going to move with shoot first. Person moves up. We're going to roll a die, and we're going to get a 4. That's going to be this one right here. We're going to discard that token. We're going to reach into our bag and draw a token. We have found ourselves the queen. The queen is going to move, but they're already way up there. They're not moving. This is going to be my first action. My second action is going to be to move again. We are going to move with my chain of command and demolition card to this location, bring her with. That is going to then roll a noise roll again. Oh, we got a 4. So we are going to put one in there. There's a noise token there. With the last turn, I forgot I should remove another egg from the egg. So we have burned up 2 of our eggs. I was going to save this to gain a grenade, but I think I'm just going to use it to move over to here. We're going to roll a die. See what we get. We got a 4. No. We're going to draw a token out of the bag and see what we get. We've got 4 dudes. 4 dudes in this location. Okay, we're going to blow up with a grenade because I love grenades. We're going to put all 4 in there. That's only 3. There needs to be 1 more. Perfect. We'll move over to our recon specialist who is going to blow them up. I'm going to use, can I search in here? Get something. I'm going to use my secure card to blow them up. I'm going to launch my last grenade into that room. We need to get back to the main area to get some of our tokens back. Hopefully I get better than 1. Oh no, I only got 3. That's terrible. All right, we killed 3 of them. So the last thing I can do is use my search card to fire my assault rifle that is now out of ammo. My assault rifle is out of ammo. I do have an ammo token, which is half the battle, so I could get it back if I want to use my tokens. This is going to do at least 1. That's enough to kill that guy. So we were able to destroy everything in that corridor, but it took a lot of resources. That person's done. I have no cards for my combat engineer, so we are going to pass, and that is going to be the end of our round. Again, no people are going to activate because there aren't any to activate. We're going to draw our card, Scent of Prey. We don't have anything resolved. These tokens adjacent to anybody. I don't have any adjacent. And then each person's going to make a noise roll. All right, I'm just going to roll up 2 dice at once here and just see what happens. We got a 2 and a 1. Nothing's going to happen. These are not, the 4 is the only one that would have done anything. Whew, Scent of Prey, good card. Glad I got that now. I don't have to worry about it. We'll move our token over to our recon specialist, drop our time track down to 9. Now, I don't know if there's anything that happens when it gets to 14. It doesn't say anything like the game ends. So I believe these missions seem to be a little bit longer at times than the actual time track, especially if I have to pay more cards to move these guys around. I'm going to grab 5 cards for our recon specialist, who has a contamination card, repairs, secure, demolition, and rest. our combat engineer is going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and see what cards he gets. This one he gets to keep over here. We have found computer, another 9, these contamination cards, barf. We have to do our intruder bag development. We'll draw a token out of here and see what we have found. We found the queen. So again, that's going to activate our queen, but there's no queen to activate, which is about the only thing I got going for me. Now I could rest to get rid of this card, and I think I'm going to do that. We're going to rest. I already know what this is. I have scanned it already. It is not infected, so we're going to put that, we're going to discard that card. We're then going to use our repair skills and our secure to move with our doctor to there, rolling for noise and getting a 4, zeros all around, nothing. Now again, remember I moved here many times and didn't do anything about it when I should have, because they technically could have still got that in the room attack. Okay, this guy is going to move as well with the pilot. That's going to cost 2 cards. I'm going to use fast, secure, and computer skills. I don't think I need them. Then I'll use my fast repairs card to open, close 1 door. So I'm going to open this door. I'm not going to remove, these are like cool. I'm not going to remove this because if I do that, that means that the door has been destroyed, but the door could technically come back down again. So I'm just going to open that door. And now I have the ability to go to here, but I can destroy an accessible door. I think I'm going to hold this because again, I can't get in here without the doors being done. So that character is going to pass. And this person also only has 2 cards, so I'm in a really good spot right now with that secured area. So I'm just going to pass with him as well. I'm not going to have to lose any oxygen because I'm in the B section, but I have to roll for noise. I think I'm in a pretty good spot. So I'm going to save this card because I might need to use that when I move into here to try to blow up this door over here so I can get over to D. Our turn is done. We're going to draw an event card and see what happens to our characters. I don't think, oh, I have to burn another egg. I might be forgetting to burn these eggs, but that's okay. These eggs are, if I need to get an egg, we're just going to probably say they're all gone anyway. Let's see what we found. Oh, fire breathe. Okay. In each room with, oh no, in each room with an fire, it spreads to all neighboring rooms in sections with oxygen. Okay. Well, oh my gosh. Okay. This is super bad. And then I'd make a noise roll for both our guys. So I'll just do the noise rolls real quick and then we'll go deal with the fire. Of course, I rolled a bad thing. We're going to draw our token and see what we get. I think there's only 2 tokens in here. Yep, there's only 2 tokens. Let's see what we found. We found the queen. Queen's not going to activate. I'm just going to put 2 of these guys into the bag because when I move to the intruder bag development, the only token is there is the blank token. And when I draw the blank token, I have to put in 2 adults. That's done. Now we have to spread fire. And this could be bad. Remember, if I have to place fire tokens and I cannot, the place burns. Okay, so any place is auction. Here, 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 and here. I have 2 fire tokens remaining. I need to figure out a way to get rid of that fire. I think we're going to be on fire patrol duty right now as opposed to anything else. Oh my gosh, that was horrible. All right, we'll get rid of this card. Can I get rid of this card? Nope, that card stays in the deck. I was hoping it'd be like remove this card from the deck, but nope. We're going to move our time token down to 10. I already do the intruder bag development, put 2 adults in there. We're going to draw 5 cards. 1, and then, oh, he can discard a fire token. That's fantastic. He's probably going to go do that while the other person deals with the surgery room. That'll be awesome. All right, let's see what we've got here. 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what cards he's got. Hopefully not infection cards. Rest. Actually, nice to get the infection card out of there. Demolition, can open a door, place 2 secure, computer, pyrotechnics. So he could go over here and open this door, which might not be a bad idea. That might be his plan. And then let's see what our other person can do. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I did keep the demolition card. I don't think this person has anything that has to do with getting rid of fire in the deck at all. Now, of course, there are items in the decks that can help get rid of fire, and there's also this room here that allows me to discard fire from any room in the facility. So I can go up there and use the computer if I want to, which would help. Okay, let's see what we can do. We'll start with our recon. Our recon is going to go over here. It's going to spend the chain of command card to move over there. Do I want to move with her? I think I do in case I need her in here when this thing uses it. So I'm also going to use my scouting card, but I'm not going to use it as a scouting card. Well, actually I could. I'm going to move it through an no, I have to be cautiously through nope, not going to do that through discovered core. And I have to keep the demolition card because I need to blow up this door. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're going to move with these 2 cards with that character, and we're going to resolve this. It says here, discover the surgery room, and when a character ends the action in the surgery room, I get to go to E206. This place gives me the creeps. Why, is it any worse than all the others? Yes, it seems it was one of the places where it all started. Plenty of bodies. How's it going with the data? Not bad. Got some logs, but they all refer to the main data core. I'll just need to activate it. Can you? Sure. 17 people in the lab on last logon. No Kate Wilford. Seems our head of the science division was already on the way to the life pods. Devious but smart. Turning the core on in 3, 2, 1. Security breach detected. What the? Could you be doing it a little more discreetly? Didn't plan to do it like that, but at least here comes some data. Getting the summary. Do we want to access a full lab report? Can we decide later? Because right now our ruckus brought some more pressing matters. Place a drone in your room. It attacks you immediately. Flip card 6768 to 76B. Barf. Sweetness. We got a drone in here that attacks immediately. All right, let's see what it attacks with. This is going to be real bad. It says your fury. It's a drone. All heavily injured in your room die. I am not heavily injured. I'm just injured. I am 1 away from heavily injured. Each other person in your room gains a serious wound and a contamination. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to gain a serious wound. And look, I was 1 away from injured. Bleeding. When you pass, lose a health. Oh, that's crippling. That is like the worst thing that could happen to you. Okay, oh my gosh, this is super bad. I think I need to bring the person down to help him. I don't think I'm going to be able to deal with the fire right now. On the flip side, I get to flip this over. Discover and reach the surgery room. Go to E206 and this becomes C06B. Kill the drone in the surgery room, then go to 207. All right, so we got to kill the drone. And I'll start by using anything I can. I'm going to start by using a demolition. Oh, no, I need that demolition card. We're going to start by using shoot first. Doesn't matter if I'm moving to anything, but I need to get this guy. So we're going to roll it. We're going to put this here. We're going to roll a die. I need that headshot. Come on, headshot. Nope. All right, so then I'm going to fire again. Now, what I'm firing with is my grenade launcher. I do have ammo in this grenade launcher, but I can't use a grenade in here. I'm going to fire again. I'm going to use taking aim this time. Hopefully this kills him, or we're in big trouble here. I need to get a 2 or better. Come on, 2 or better. Okay, I get to roll again with my taking aim. Oh no, that's terrible. That's the end of the recon's turn. It is going to go to our combat engineer's turn, who is going to use 2 cards, fast repairs and search. I'm going to use those 2 cards to move down and attack. Actually, I lied. I'm going to keep my fast repairs and just use my explosives card. I think that's my best bet here. So this person's going to move down. I'm going to leave my pilot there. Sorry, pilot, you're hanging out. I'm going to do a shoot with that person. I get to attack before shooting, hit 1 more time. So I'm going to have 4 tokens on this. Let's see how this goes. Wow, I missed. Oh, no, that's the end of that person's action. All right, the only card I got left is my demolition. I'm going to use that to blow that guy up. He has 5 tokens on him. The only way I can miss is if I roll the stupid empty bullet symbol. That's not in camera. And we got a 2. All right, fantastic. Even though the other one was a 3, it would have been super good. Okay, this guy's finally dead. Well, he's a drone. He is supposed to be a little more powerful. I'm out of actions with my recon, so my recon is done. We're going to move to this person. Still has a fast repairs card. I'm going to use that fast repairs card to open that door. I'm then going to pass. I don't have anything else I want to do with him. And that's going to be it. Wow, that was brutal. Oh, I have to read when I killed the guy. 207. Look at this. We blew him to pieces. Fantastic. How's it going? Still accessing. By all means, take your time. They love me here. Almost there. Great. Get it and we're out of here. That's what I do. Wait, a sec. What the heck? Please let it be a good what the heck? This is weird. That's great because we totally have time for more lab weirdness. Last clip. In the initial report, Wilford was not here, remember? Yes, maybe. So why am I looking at her in the recording? What? We better report this. Mark box C and W on the comic sheet. Remove card C06B from the game. So I've marked those on our sheet, C and W. Okay, my guys have passed at this point. I'm going to drop my turn marker down to 11. I'm going to draw an event. See what we have. We have panic. I am in on each person in a room with a dude is going adjacent to a corridor with one is going to lose and spend ammo. Nope, not going to happen. Resolve all of these in each unexplored corridor. Oh, this place is going to fill up with bad guys. Okay, well, it wouldn't be Nemesis if they didn't do that. So we're going to draw for each one of these. That's going to be brutal. Starting with the highest number. All right, so we got a 309, a 105. I think we start at the top and move down. So we're going to resolve noise in each of these unresolved corridors. Let's start with the top one. We're going to resolve it in corridors. I got a blank, which means we're going to put 2 adult tokens into the bag. So grab 2 adults randomly here. We'll put them into the bag. Okay, next one is going to be this one. We'll draw this one and see what we found. Mix those up. We found what is this? Three bad guys. We found 3 bad guys. 3 adults are going to be in here. I'm just going to place that token there so I can remind myself. I'll put the guys out in a second. This one is next. Actually, I don't have a lot of noise and unresolved corridors. All right, 3 more guys. We'll put that one there. Then this is going to come this way. This one is next. If I might be doing this wrong, but that's okay. Same type of deal is going to happen. I found 3 more guys. We'll put them there. It doesn't have a noise token, so I'm going to place a noise token, I think. And then this one. This one is going to have guys too. Let's see which one we get. We got this one, which is going to be 3 guys. And of course, the last token we have in there again is the blank token, which is absolutely hilarious. So when we go to intruder bag development, I'm going to put 2 adults into the bag. There we go. Intruder bag development has been completed. We're going to put out all of our bad guys. And through the power of the internet, we got all of our stuff up here. One of those things, pow, right? I'm supposed to do something like that. All right, we have everything there. That is the end of the event step. We did the intruder bag development. We moved our marker down. I'm going to grab 5 cards for everybody, and I'm going to switch this back over to our combat engineer, who has chain of command, rest, pyrotechnics, demolition, and fast secure. Now remember, my original goal was to have him go over here and start working on the what do you call these things? These fire markers. He's going to work on the fire markers. That's what his plan is going to be. He's going to go here, and he's going to go here. He's going to get rid of fire. That's his plan. All right. This person might stay here and start healing himself. This person's in a world of hurt. All right. That's the recon specialist. Let's see what cards I get for my scout here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we got. We got repairs, chain of command, shoot first, scouting, and demolition. Again, nothing that can ever get rid of anything. Oh, whenever you pass, lose 1 health. So I'm down to almost dead on that character. We need to get to here. So the first thing I am going to do is I am going to use my rest card and my chain of command. Is everyone? Yep. We use the chain of command, I think. That's going to be the deal. I was thinking about, I like to move that guy around with it, but I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to discard those 2 cards to move with my scientist over to the other room and see what we can find here. We're going to move this way, and that's going to resolve our D token that is over in the safe room. And according to our card, when you are in the safe room with Dr. Ashton, go to event E211. How bad is it looking? We still have some time, but I'd say not much. Damn. Can we know exactly what goes bad? Yes. Our rebel friends realize that somebody is tampering with life support. They are implementing a plan to find us. Haven't they tried to find us since they landed? They managed to hook up to environmental monitoring and are following the oxygen usage. It's not perfect, but sufficient to eventually find us. They already started looking. Ah, damn. Should have thought. We had to turn it on anyway, but now we are on a harsh schedule. Can't we shoot the sensors or something? Impossible. Have to shut it down. So we need to get back to the CNC or main core. Dr. Ashton, you need to help us. You can lock it up and then simply don't turn it on again. Looks like it's me and you again, Doc. Remove card C05B from the game and gain card C08A and place on the mission task. Here's our new mission. It says, discover and reach the comms room or reactor room in Sector C. All the way across the room again. With Dr. Ashton. When you enter it, you have to discard 2 cards and go to T212. Dude, this is so bad. Okay, I gotta get all the way back over there again. Yuck. Okay, a recon specialist is just gonna use chain of command. This is really gonna be bad. To use the stimulant to heal 2, but I only am able to heal 1 because I'm injured here. Actually, I lied. I'm not gonna use that yet. I've got a plan. I am going to actually pay 2 cards to heal a serious wound. I'm going to get rid of scouting and demolition. Sure. To get rid of in the surgery room, to get rid of a serious wound, because that serious wound is terrible. Now I'm going to use the stimulant. That's my plan. Use my stimulant now. I've already discarded the card to be able to heal myself at least 2, because I need something. Do I have a search card? I need a search card bad in here, because I can get another healing pack or something. I got repairs and shoot first. Nope, no healing. But I get to heal 2, goes back up to injured. And now this guy, he's going to use demolition to destroy one accessible door. So I'm going to blow that door up, and that's fantastic. That's with the first action. Second action is I'm probably going to secure this thing here. I'm going to secure this location here. That'll be fantastic too. Everything's fantastic, except for this dude's behind this door. All right, that's going to be the fast secure card. That's the end of his action. I don't think there's anything else I'm going to do with him. He's going to end his turn at that point. Meanwhile, over here, I'm just going to discard my last 2 cards to get rid of this serious injury as well. That's what I'm going to do in the surgery room to get rid of serious wounds. Done. All right, so she says this recon specialist has no serious injuries. This guy has no serious injuries and only has taken 2 damage, which is 1 damage, sorry, which is pretty good. Now the only problem is I've got to get all the way up to the comms room. And if we need to bring that person with us, I think we're going to have a big problem. Okay, I'm going to draw an event card. Well, wait a minute. Nope, nobody's in any fire right now. Nobody's burning, nobody is attacking. So we're going to draw an event card and resolve it. First thing, everybody in straight corridors are going to move. Then all in rooms are going to move. This guy is going to move here and then move into this. This guy's going to move here and move into there. This person's going to stay there. These people are going to destroy this door. And that recon specialist is going to run so fast. Then I'm going to place 2 drones in the room corridor with the queen. If they do not attack if there is no queen on the map, add 2 random drone tokens to the bag. Each person in a room without a secure token is going to resolve a in-room effect. Awesome. Okay, so this is super bad because now I have to place 2 drones into the thing, and the only other tokens in there are a couple adults and the blank token. So we'll see what happens. Right now, they're having the time of their life up here. They're like, hey, I don't know what's going on around there. All right, let's draw a token out of here because this person is secured. This person is not. Oh, I got a blank token. All right, that means I have to put in 2 more adults into this bag just like that. That is the end of this card. The event card has been fulfilled. We're going to move our token down to 12. I don't think the token's really going to matter anymore. That is going to be the end of the event step. Now we're going to do the intruder bag development. We'll draw one of these tokens out of here and see what happens. We have drawn a adult. So when we draw the adult, that means we're going to place 2 queens into the bag for the intruder bag development. Just goes right in there. Our intruder bag is super full of tokens now. We'll move this back over to our recon specialist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Please be search. There's search, sprint. Oh, fantastic. Secure. Oh my gosh, you're fantastic cards. Super good cards. Let's see what our recon specialist got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. We have gotten contamination, tactical retreat, fast repair, search, and explosives. Fantastic. We got some search cards. Probably going to search in this room. We're going to search in this room, and we're going to get everybody to this place and blow those dudes up. Starting here, I am going to search. We are going to search this room right here and grab 3 medical supplies. Anything that heals me is what I'm going to keep. Med kit, destroy or restore 3 wounds. Medical stapler, discard a serious wound, restore 2. Oxygen tank, medical kit is the plan for that character. Fantastic. This person is super happy about that. Then we're going to use our rest card to move. We'll move over to here. We're going to roll for noise. Getting as far away from those guys we can. 3 does nothing. There are no 3s there. I'm going to use tactical retreat, and fast repairs to move with the doctor up to here. I'm going to use my pyrotechnics card to discard a fire token in that room. Oh, I have to roll for noise as well here. Let's see, we got 2. There is 2s. Okay, there's 2 2s. Lucky for me, it's not these guys. They're in a secured corridor. Even though it's secure, they can still walk through it. I'm not going to have anything placed there. Nothing's going to come through that room. All right, there we go. Those are there. That's bad. I'm just going to move with my sprint card up to here. Roll for noise. Not a 2. Oh, even worse. Even worse. There's only bad in this bag. Only bad things in this bag. Oh boy, we found the drone. The drone is on us. Put the drone right here. I don't have a lot of health left. It isn't a secure area, so I'm going to discard the secure token. I don't have to worry about it attacking me right off the bat, but I am going to shoot it now with my secure card. I'm going to shoot it in the face. Hopefully it's going to be in, hopefully I get the face shot. That's the plan. Let's shoot him right in the face. Where's my die? Here it is. Come on, big number. No, actually small number. We want a small number. No, we got a big number. That didn't do anything. All right. Now we got to blow it up with this guy. I was really planning to throw a grenade over there. I was going to search in here, maybe find a fire extinguisher. Instead, I'm going to use my explosives card to shoot this person. And before shooting, I can deals one more hit. So I'm going to do 3 to that. Let's roll this up. I need a 3. Come on, 3. 5. Oh, barf. I'm going to play my search card, and that was the last. I really wanted that search card. I'm going to put 2 more tokens on this. This thing is technically dead unless I roll the thing that was off. There's a 5. It would have been enough. 4. Okay, fantastic. This thing is dead. We'll remove these. That was super bad. A lot of resources on that. Okay, that is the end of my turn. I really didn't do too much. All I did was move over here, and that's it. Okay. Let's see what we can do when it comes to our characters being done. We are going to draw an event card because there's nobody in any rooms burning. So let's see what happens. Let's try an event card here. It's going to be super fun. We have found reactor overheating. All people in each of the different things are going to move. Oh, yuck. I don't have a secure area in this. Fantastic. All right, then these guys are going to move this way. And then every person in a room is going to move. This guy's fleeing. This person's going to move down and then over one, just like that. Okay, that's all the things that are going to, oh, nope, these guys are going to move this way. And then they can either move up or that way, whichever one is the number that is the least. This is number 19. That is no number. I'm going to say that it doesn't go there. It's going to go up here. Ton, you can have as many as you want in a room, but you can only have, it's 4 in the thing. I could be wrong. All right, let's see here. And then it says, if what is this? The disabled marker is in the cooling system. Oh, yes, it is. Room with the system room or the reactor room. Activate the auto destruction procedure. What? Then place one of these in each of these rooms. Reshuffle the event. What? Oh, okay. So the auto-destruct says I'm supposed to place the token 5 away from the token marker. Otherwise, it goes here. No, we're not playing that. There is no, I'm not, the only thing this time track is used for is these things here, to activate these. I'm not, because, no, this thing's not blowing up in 2 turns. God, give me a little bit of time. So we're actually going to move this all the way back up to 1 and place this down on 5. So now I've got that much time to get this thing done, or I can try to turn off the auto-destruct system. Sadly, I don't have anything to turn off the auto-destruct system visibly available to me right now. That's out of control. I have to reshuffle the event deck. It's about the only thing I got going for me. Okay, plus, not only that, I have this dude inside a room where our characters are. Now, since nobody actually activated his attack, he just moved in because of that card, he's going to attack the person that is the first player. And that is our recon specialist. He is just getting wrecked today. All right, let's see how we got here. We are going to get attacked. We have tail attack. Gain 1 contamination card. Yuck. All right, the adult is going to do that. Okay, so we'll put that card back on the discard pile, and we will take a contamination card, and we'll place that into our discard pile. Yuck. Now that that's done, that's the event step. We're going to do our intruder bag development. Let's see how we do here. We drew an adult, which means that we're going to place in 2 queen tokens, which isn't a bad thing. I like queen tokens. We'll put them in there, actually, because they're kind of nice. Okay, it kind of gives me a reprieve. This is discard. No, this has to make me reshuffle the entire event deck. So let me grab my event deck out of there. Let me reshuffle this thing. There we go. Put these there. Shuffle this up. All right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Drawful, shuffle. Be nice to me. Put that back. Okay, now we're going to pass our first player token. We're going to draw up our cards. I've got 1 for our recon specialist. We're going to shuffle these up. See what we got. We got taking aim as one of the cards, which might not be bad because then we can shoot the bad guy in here. And we're going to draw the rest of these. I actually want to get up to here to get my tokens, but I don't think we have time because I have to find a way to get the thing done. I've got secure, contaminate, sprint, might not be bad, and 5 is rest. Okay, we got our 5 cards. Of course, the contamination card in there. That's super good. Our combat engineer is going to grab computer skills. That's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4 more cards. We've also got demolition, play rest. Oh, I was hoping for the one I can get rid of fire, but I did not get it. That's okay. I have a plan. It's not a very good plan at all. It's actually a really bad plan. Super bad plan. He's going to shoot with these 2 cards. If we need to use them, we will. So we're going to start by putting 2 tokens on this creature here. We're going to roll our die and see how we do. We got a headshot. Nice. This thing is super dead. That's fantastic. Now, the only bad thing is I think that used all of his ammo in order to do that. Because it says when you do the headshot, you have to spend ammo if available. He's already used half of his ammo, so he has no ammo in his gun at the present time. I could use a card to give myself more, and I think I might do that. I'm going to do that to use my tactical belt to I guess, just put, a tactical belt to put this on and throw a grenade into that room. That's what I'm going to do. And we're going to roll our die, see how many of these dudes die, all of them, because I could have got it because I get to add 2 to the roll. So that guy's, all of those guys are dead. That's his second action. So he's loaded his gun, and he's also got himself a bunch of dead dudes around him. End of his turn, or actions. Now we're going to move to our recon specialist, who might sprint for that comms room. We'll see how this goes here. First, we're going to use a rest card, and we're going to use our medical kit to heal ourselves 3. I am now healthy, in theory. Get rid of our med kit. That was good. I like med kit. We need to get up here and get those tokens. I'm going to burn if I do that, though, but we need to do that. We're going to use taking aim to move, and we're going to use sprint to have this person come with. How am I going to do this? Is that really what I want to do? What else do I have? Taking aim, secure. No, I think we're going to do that. We're going to move up here. This is, and I have to repair it, and I have to try to make it stop burning so I can get the tokens. Is that really my best play? I don't think so. I think we're going to trade. No, we're just going to move up here. There we go. We're going to move up there with her. That's fine. That is my second action. I'm going to burn going down to injured, not the end of the world. That's the end of that person's actions. I'm still in rooms with oxygen, which is good. I am going to use my demolition card to move. Oh, I got to roll for noise. Roll for noise. 3, nothing. Fantastic. We're going to move up to there into the room with fire. Roll for noise. 2. There's a noise token over here. Super good. I am going to use a computer card. You may use in a room, use a room with a computer. I'm going to use this computer to discard fire from anywhere in the facility. I'm going to choose that one. That's the second action for that character. I am going to now move with the person. This is going to be bad. I'm going to move here. I have no more cards. We're going to draw an exploration card. If something is here that wants to kill me, it's going to be very bad. I'm going to be able to put an A, B, or C, an entrance place for adults in corridor. Okay, that you just passed and make a noise roll. We'll draw a B. There's only one B section. It is the server room. Use any discovered room in the facility. Gain a data token. Okay, that's fantastic, actually. That's really, really good. But I do have to put these down. I have to put one here. Is the only way I can go. And the reason why is because you cannot have things go to other places that have already been discovered. So I can't just put random corridors down, which is good because these guys have to get all the way around. And this is good because this actually is going to get us to the comms room. That's fantastic. Okay. Oh, but I have to put a noise here. And we have to put 4 dudes here, which isn't the end of the world. We're going to put 4 guys here. Boom, boom, boom. The place we came from. And I have to roll for noise. Not a 3. Good. I got a 4. Fantastic. And this is a 2, so they're not going to come after me either. I do have a fast secure, which I was going to use to secure that, but instead I'm going to use my tactical belt to toss my last grenade. We're going to toss this grenade. We're going to get a 2 or better. Oh, I got a 4. That's so good. I blew them all up. Boom, boom, boom. That's so good. Oh, he's so good. Thank you so much, Mr. Engineer Guy. That was awesome. Everybody has to pass. I have no more cards left to do anything. So that is the end of our turn. This brings us to the enemy step. There's no burning or attacking intruders, which is awesome. So I'm going to draw an event card. Come on, be gentle. Let's see what it says. Panic. Okay, they're going to move. Everybody in rooms are going to move to corridors. They might have moved that wrong. We're going to move them here. This is going to move here and then to here. There we go. I think these were supposed to be in corridors already. I think they're supposed to move up and then move out of here. Yes, they were. So these are going to move to here and then they should move to here. These should move to here. There we go. I think I moved them wrong last turn. I apologize. That is the deal. And that could have changed some things. I don't remember. I apologize. No, I don't think it would have, because I think they all would have stopped here and I was still in this area and been able to get off and over there. Okay. Each person in a room with an intruder. We don't have any resolved in any unexplored corridor. The only unexplored corridor we have that has a noise token is going to be this one. So I have to blow all these guys up. Okay, not the end of the world. Do I have a grenade with him? No. Oh boy. Okay. Well, we're going to draw a token on the bag. Hopefully the token on the bag is the queen. Come on, queen. Come on, queen or blank token. Queen or blank token. Let's go. Oh, no. Three dudes. Okay, 3 isn't bad. Could be a lot worse. We'll put 3 guys there. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 3 guys there. That's totally fine. That's the end of the event step. Now we're going to do the intruder bag development. That's the event step is done. Intruder bag development. Come on, I want something. Oh, barf. All right, I was hoping to actually put a couple of queen tokens into there, but that didn't happen. I'll put 2 adults into the bag. We'll pass this over to our recon specialist, drawing 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think these are shoot in the corridor, shoot in the corridor, shoot in the corridor, shoot in the corridor, shoot in the corridor. Okay, those are all destroy everything in the corridor. Next, we're going to have this person go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See what cards this person gets. This is going to be move, 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 and move. Okay, lots of moving. I'm going to use my chain of command to burst fire into that room. I'm going to spend half of my ammo in my grenade launcher. We're going to shoot real good. Let's see how this goes. I need to get a 3. Come on, a 3 or better. Oh, it's way off the board. Would have been a good one though. A 1. Barf. Okay, that didn't help me. I'm going to shoot him again with my repairs card. I'm going to shoot him with my repairs card. I am now completely out of tactical items for my recon person. Not a 1. A 2, fantastic. This guy is dead. All right, perfect, good job. You win. I'm proud of you. Okay, now we have to go with this guy and see what he can do. Well, first he's going to use chain of command to move that guy because he's super nice like that. Actually, I lied. He's going to use tactical retreat and pyrotechnics to move first. Then he's probably going to make that guy move. So these guys are going to move over here. I'm going to roll for noise. Hopefully I don't get anything bad. I got a 4. That's not bad. I got a 2 and a 3, so nothing's going to happen there. I am then going to move this character up 1. We'll see what we find in the exploration deck. We have found A, B, or C. Lots of stuff. 2 adults in the corridor you have just passed through. Then make a noise roll. Okay, let's see here. I get to draw a B. Still in the B room. And since there's no Bs, I'm going to draw a mystical tile here. Sprinkler control. Discard all from the section. There's only 1 in this section. All right, we're going to move and put this here. Now I am in the same... I'm linked with these guys now. All we have to do is get to the comms room with her. That's all we have to do. Well, for whatever the mission is. Then there's probably more after that. All right, I do have to put down some places here. I have to put, I'm not sure. You know what? I'm not going to put a noise token where these guys are. I think that's kind of weird. So I am just going to place down this corridor right here. And there's no noise on there. I don't place a corridor here because there is nothing there. I do have to put 2 dudes here. And then I'm going to make a noise roll. See what we found. We get a 3, which means this guy's going to come in here and attack. And I think these guys are going to come down as well because they got a 3 on their tile right there. I believe that's how this goes. If I'm wrong about that, please let me know in the comments section below. But there's a lot of ambiguity when it comes to the way these things work. I can't quite figure out everything, but we're just having fun. This is going to be super cool. All I have to do is get there. With her, though, that's the hard part. That's the end of the exploration card. Now, they're going to do 1 damage to me. Nothing I can do about that. Now, this guy is going to attack me. Let's see what happens there. These guys are going to, he's going to get bit. I'm not heavily injured, so I'm going to gain a serious wound and a contamination card. Oh, this poor guy. She just keeps getting, or the person just keeps telling her, go forward, everything will be fine. Nope, everything's not fine. I'm still injured. I'm gonna gain a contamination card. So put that in the discard pile. Then I'm going to grab a serious injury. I have that leg injury again, the knee injury. It's gonna go right under here. I no longer can move stealthily or whatever, cautiously, that's the deal. Good news, I still have 2 cards I can shoot something with. But to do that, I have to use 1 to put my tactical token to reload this gun. Now I can shoot him with the search card. I could use my tactical item because it was able to be used in combat. So we're just going to roll to see if we hit this guy. We're going to put a token there. I need a 1. Come on. No, there's no 1 on this die. What am I thinking? That's the end of his turn. He's got to get to him, and he's only got 1 card left. It's not going to happen. So I'm in a room with this symbol. I'm going to just gain a grenade. I think that'll be fun. Get a grenade token into my tactical belt. And that's the end of our turn. Okay, lots happened this turn. Lot happened. Oh, this is also gone now because I have now connected this. So this token is gone. We're going to take an attack here because, and I'm going to probably take a damage because of those guys as well. The rebels, when you're, let's see here, I'm just going to make sure this is probably, okay, rebels, when you're a draw queen, just move. When they move into a room with a character, each loses 1. All right, and then see here, when the rebels when you attack the rebels directly, if you're in a room with a rebel, you're considered to be in combat. If at the end of your actions, you're in a room with a rebel, or you want to move through the corridor with rebels, lose 1. At the start of the intruder phase, each intruder in the room with the rebels dealt 1 hit. Oh, that's fantastic. So I don't take the damage here. They do. We'll give them 1 token. I like it. He gets a token. Fantastic. Now Prime Blood's going to attack me. And is that what it is? Prime Blood? Yeah, Prime Blood's going to attack me. If you're heavily injured, I am not. I'm going to take a serious wound and a contamination. So we're going to drop this down to heavily injured now, and I'm back up to almost super dead. Oh, body, what's this? During your drawing action step, I only get 4 instead of 5. Okay, this person's just like being thrown to the wolves. Now we'll draw our event card and see what happens. We have fire breath. Oh no, in each room with a fire, it spreads to a neighboring room. Everything in a straight is going to move. This is going to move here, but it can't move up, and that's all the moving is going to happen. Nope, I lied. These guys move here and then to there. And we're going to spread fire. Lucky for me, I got rid of some of the fire, or I think we would have lost the game. We're going to spread fire to here, and we're also going to spread fire to here. Also, I've been totally forgetting to get rid of the eggs. There's only 2 eggs left. This person's super dead, or the eggs are all dead. Also, I forgot to move that. We're down to 3. I only have 2 turns left before the place blows up. Each person now has to make a noise roll. We'll see what happens here. 1, here, 4. 4 is going to put a noise token right over there. I now have to do the intruder bag development. Let's see how that goes. We're going to reach into our bag here. Let's get our dice out of here and see what this is, because we have a super surprise. We found a drone. When you draw the drone for the intruder bag development, I'm going to put 2 queen tokens into the bag. So we'll drop those right in, just like that. Our recon specialist is going to get the first player token and draw 5 cards. Fast repairs, and I also got a contamination card, demolition, tactical retreat, and explosives, which means I can get another grenade if I wanted to. He gets to go first. He's going to play 1 card to blow this one up with his ammo gun here and go down to half ammo on my automatic shotgun. You can't roll less than a 1 when you're doing a burst roll, so it's automatically dead. I'm going to spend 2 cards, tactical retreat, and my fast repairs to move into this room. Okay, also, I forgot that I have to draw cards for my recon specialist. 1, 2, and then we'll draw the other 3. Oh no, she only gets, or this character only gets 2. He or she, I apologize, I'm going to keep calling them different things, I think. 1, 2. All right, so I got 4 cards. Oh, and they're all good. Okay, this is going to be super, super good. Okay, I've got a plan. All right, ready? This is my plan. It's not going to be good. I'm going to shoot some people in this room. I'm going to shoot first, and demolition I think is going to, I'm going to use rest and taking aim. These are the 2 cards I'm going to use to fire with. The first one is going to shoot this alien here with a 3. And we'll roll our die and see how that goes. I got a 4, it's still alive. Now I'm going to use my taking aim card, which is going to be able to, well, I'm going to re-roll that roll. And got a 2, he is dead. Okay, we killed this one in the room, thank goodness. That's the end of that person's turn. I still have 3 cards left. All right, you ready for my trick? Here is my trick. This is going to win me the game. I'm so super excited. All right, here we go. Discard 1 token to place a corridor leading from your room to another discovered room. I have a grenade. I'm going to use that grenade to put a token, I'm going to connect that room to that room. All right, then he is going to pass. He has no more cards he can play. Totally fine. I am going to play 2 cards. I'm going to play demolition and taking aim. I'm going to use taking aim, sorry. I'm going to use demolition and I'm going to use shoot first. And I'm going to move her with me to the comms room through the corridor I just created. How cool is that? I'm going to take 1 wound when I leave the space with these guys, bringing me down to having 2 wounds remaining. Our combat engineer is doing great. If this is not the end, I have a feeling we are in deep, deep trouble. In position, boss. We're shutting down the monitoring. Can Ashton block it so they can't use it again? Yes, boss, had to use some technical magic, but 2 different ID cards, but we did it. Gotta admit, she's pretty smart. Can you guarantee it worked? As much as I can guarantee anything in this place, but it should work. There's no one here, ma'am. I see. They're smart. I give them that. But it does not matter. Let's get back to the rest. Time to get what we're here for. So we kind of move from definitive foobar toward more friendly and usual snafu. We have found a way to disappear from the sensors, so the rebels can't track us. If you have R1 marked on the combat sheet, which we do, we'll go to 213. We even managed to thin out their numbers a little. Go to E214. The oxygen problem seems to be fixed, at least for now. If you have W marked on the sheet, go to 215. We do have W. We also know something more about our teethy and clawy buddies. It should prove useful, even if that actually gave us more questions than answers when it comes to what the heck happened here. Go to E216. So now we can finally start planning the next steps, and hopefully our way to get the heck out of this mess. The mission ends. Proceed to mission 3. Yes! We don't have to do anything else because our guys are not going to make it if we do more. So there you have it. We completed the second mission. Oh my gosh, here's the board at the end. Oh, I'm having a blast with this Untold Stories Volume 4. Hoofda. Well, we almost self-destructed this time, which was absolutely out of control. These guys were coming. We barely made it to the end there. If it wasn't for our blowing up the corridor over there, it would have taken at least another round to get there, and I have a feeling that more bad things would have happened to us. Oh, this is super, super fun. I am digging this version of being able to play on Nemesis Retaliation with this super cool Untold Stories 4. We're going to be moving into the third one in the next video. I hope you can join me. If you did like this, don't forget, or if you like the playthrough, of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more content comes out. This, of course, will be coming as well. I'm super pumped to continue this. Also, at the time of this recording, Nemesis Legacy is in a preview state, so go check out the GameFound page for the Legacy version of Nemesis Retaliation, or I should say just Nemesis Legacy, which is going to be super sweet. And you can follow it and maybe get a super cool following bonus or something. If you enjoyed the playthrough, again, don't forget to leave anything in the comment section below. I would love to hear from everyone. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, the link to the Patreon is in the description of this video as well. Those that are part of the Patreon are, of course, shown here on the screen. Thank you so much for your patronage. It means the world to me. Those things, or some of the perks, I should say, the Patreons get is they get to watch Colin and my playthroughs usually about a day or two ahead of time without commercial interruptions. On top of that, we do get them the ability to vote for some of the things going forward in some of the games we play, whether it be the characters we use or the choices that we make in between sessions. So there you have it, Nemesis Retaliation, Untold Stories 4, Mission 2, complete. And if you're excited to see Mission 3, or of course anything else that Colin and I have coming up, then I need you to meet me at the table.